One of the best parts of life is when you can admit the truth to yourself about yourself. Cyberspace is a world where one can become something he isn't, but everything he dares to be. I wasn't interested in getting attached to anyone, and I knew I wouldn't take anyone I met online seriously. I had multiple screen names to increase my chances of meeting someone attractive. The majority of the profiles noted HIV negative under status, but I knew better from the work I had done in the HIV community. I knew 1 out of 3 black gay men was positive. The messages I found in my inbox validated me in my depression. In some strange way, they reinforced that I was worthy and deserving. My days consisted of waking up and logging on to see how many messages had accrued overnight. Months passed before I got honest with my therapist about what was happening with me. And before I knew it, I heard myself say, I've been having sex with people I meet online. To listen to more of Words Never Spoken in Memoir, visit audible.com.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey, hey boy, hey. Listen, I'm still working on this new streaming service. I kind of got it down a little bit, but it is not as user friendly as the last service that I was using. So I'm still trying to figure out buttons and things like that and how to make everything move smoothly. But good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart. Let me wipe y'all off because I don't think some of y'all washed y'all face before you got in here. It's a little cloudy. It's a little cloudy, so I don't know if y'all had washed y'all faces or not when you got in here. And I'm still trying to. I think the camera and everything is fine now, right? The screen is large. Let me look. Let me look. I think the screen is large, so I think we're good with respect to that. But it's this other stuff. It's just like the functionality of it, like trying to make everything move smoothly. But good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Niece, yes, this is it. This is it. Now, niece, I can't really see your comments because, I mean, this setup is a little different. I would have to look at my other phone. But at any rate, we're about to make us a juice. First of all, we're going to open up these blinds, let some light in here. Amen. Now we're going to be here for a good time, not a long time, because I have to go over to Madison's because we're doing fag talk today. Amen. Amen. We're doing fag talk today. Oh, let me turn these lights off up here. Hold on. We got these lights on from last night. We got to turn that off. We're going to make ourselves a juice. We're going to make ourselves a juice. Let me put my little things back up here on the screen. I did figure out how to do that. You can go ahead and download the Say It in a Card mobile app. You can go ahead and screenshot that QR code right there. See that QR code? Go ahead. Oh, I already opened those. I was going to turn off these lights in this other room. Let me turn off these lights. Let me turn off these lights over here. So we're going to make ourselves a juice today. We're going to have, we're going to do beet, because I know some of you need heart health. Heart health needs. Beets are good for circulation in your body. Amen. But beets are one of those things that you don't want to eat too many of because it's high in oxalic acid. And then you'll ask me somewhere with some kidney stones. The same is true of spinach. That's why I've said to you guys, you don't want to use spinach every single day in your smoothies or whatever it is that you're making, because it's high in oxalic acid. We've had this conversation before. So we're going to do a fresh juice, because you know we juice every morning. We do a fresh juice every morning, niece. Amen. We do a fresh juice every morning. Today, the juice is going to consist of a beet, cucumber, a piece of yellow squash, and a half of a red pepper. Amen. Half of a red pepper. I want to say that I am so grateful to you all for watching and sharing, telling our stories. Baby, that first episode got over 40,000 views. It has over 40,000 views, niece. The first episode. The second episode has over 14,000 so far. You know, it just dropped on Monday. The new episodes will drop on Mondays. And so I was thinking to myself, I had a conversation with myself, and I was like, self, you know, since a lot of people are saying that this is really great content and we need more of this, and I'm constantly replying and saying, niece, nephew, this is the third season. There's plenty of this content over here. Now, I don't know where you have been, but over here in these YouTube streets, we've been creating this kind of content. This is the third season of telling our stories. And truth be told, because my people on Patreon already know what I'm about to say. Truth be told, I wasn't even going to do a third season because the first two seasons didn't really get the numbers that I thought that it should have gotten. Amen? The first two seasons didn't get the numbers that I had anticipated. Huh? G.E. Patterson. But the Spirit had quickened and said, go ahead and do a third season, my child. My child, go ahead and do a third season. My child, go ahead and do a third season. And I got you. So I went on and did a third season. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, yes, third time's the charm. Amen. So I think what I'm going to do is re-release season 1. Amen. Now, even though the series is already on my YouTube channel, the first 2 seasons, but I just figured maybe I'll go ahead and re-release season 1 and season 2. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that, huh? But at any rate, a lot of the clips from that season or from this current season have gone viral over there on TikTok and on Twitter. And I'm just like blown away. I am blown away. It's creating a lot of conversation, which I'm grateful for. There are a lot of young folks that are really tapping into this season. Please do me a favor, go ahead and download the Say It in a Card mobile app and use it for all your greeting card needs. Now, niece, we got pineapple over here. We need to go ahead and cut up some pineapple because we have a beet. Oh, I forgot to skin this. I got to take this skin off of here because we don't eat the skin, niece, because it's filthy. We got a beet, cucumber, red pepper, squash, and I'm not going to use apple today. Apple is usually what gives it the sweetness, but I'm going to try my hand. Hold on. I dropped a piece of that beet skin down on the floor. But we're going to try our hand with slicing up a pineapple. Now, we don't know if it's going to really be sweet, but we're going to try and see. We're going to hope and see. I bought those pineapples a couple days ago. So I call myself letting them set over there for a couple extra days. So hopefully they can ripen a bit more. So the Spirit is telling me that they are going to be sweet. Huh? The Spirit is telling me. Niece, nephew, let me tell you, we're going to be in we're going to be in Nashville, Tennessee on September 18th for Fag Talk. Those tickets are already on sale and those tickets are already selling. Get your friends, your mama, your grandmother, and whoever enjoys Fag Talk and get them over to the Nashville, Tennessee City Winery. Now, if you go over to fagtalk.com, watch your spelling, PHAGTAWLK.com. Those tickets are already on sale. And for my DMV people, the kid is working on October 3rd for Baltimore. Details to come. Amen. Details to come, niece. That's Baltimore, October 3rd. Fag Talk. Not Maddie in the morning, but Fag Talk. We're about to do a Fag Talk tour. Now let me grab this pineapple. Wait, first let me get this over here. Come on over here, niece. Pay attention. Keep up. Keep up. We got things to do. We got to go over to do Fag Talk today, so we ain't got a lot of time. Hurry up. I need you to keep up. Let me get this. Hold on. Let me walk over here to the trash. Let me put this stuff in the trash. But I'm excited that so many young folk are watching this season of Telling Our Stories. And it's just been stirring up quite a bit of conversation on social media. So I'm really, really grateful for that. And I'm encouraged to film more seasons of Telling Our Story. Now, can I bring you in on a little secret? My plan, I already have like a list of topics that I want to do. Like I want to do a conversation with trans women and biological women. I want to do a conversation with those two communities because I think every episode or every season of Telling Our Stories is it has to intersect with the queer community, right? So I want to do a conversation with heterosexual women and trans women. And what I want to, let me bring y'all over here. Come a little closer, niece. But the thing is, I want to start that conversation with, so the first question out the gate would be, are trans women women? That would be the first question out the gate. But the problem is, with that conversation, I'm not sure how many heterosexual women or biological women would be forthcoming on camera. See, the thing, what I'm learning is, and we'll have a conversation about this later, even with this season of Telling Our Stories, because I've watched all of the episodes so many different times through the editing process, I'm able to see instances where there was room for even more transparency. I think that everybody was pretty transparent. And remember, I know all of the people that were here. But I think that there was opportunity for more transparency. And what I'm clear about is people are, and I'm not talking about the people who were here for Telling Our Stories, but in terms of me doing a future seasons or future episodes of Telling Our Stories, because I want to do a conversation with trans women and biological women. I would like to do a conversation with gay men and straight men. I would like to do a conversation with couples. But the thing is, people aren't always going to be forthcoming and really, really open when there are cameras present. Because I know that there are biological women who feel a way about trans women, and they would say, absolutely, in a private corner, no, trans women aren't women. And then my second question in that season would be, is it okay for trans women to use a woman's bathroom if she is not passable? If you can visibly look at this trans woman and tell that she was born male, would you be okay? Like, I don't know if women would be okay saying that on camera. Similarly, if I did a conversation with couples, I want to specifically ask couples, has your relationship been open ever? Is it open now? Has there been infidelity in your relationship? Have you recovered from it? Have you rebuilt trust? Like, I want to ask those tough ass questions. And I don't know if people would be willing to answer all of those things on camera. You feel me? Danny Moan said, I would love to participate. Yes, JJ. Aging is happening to everyone, not just the queer community. It's happening to all of us. I'm looking for my I got to get my pineapple so I can cut it. Oh, wait. We got some basil too, niece. I got some fresh basil. We got to put a little piece of basil in here. We got to have some basil in here. Amen. I bought this yesterday. Let me rinse it off. I didn't turn y'all off, so y'all not moving and following me anymore. But let me rinse this off. But so yeah, so there are some conversations that I have in mind already. A list of conversations that I have in mind that I want to do. But the piece is, here's the thing that I was going to say a moment ago. I really want to film a telling our stories out here in the backyard at night. And have the fire pit going and have that wood and fire crackling bitch in the background. What? Talk about atmosphere and background. Talk about production value. You don't hear me. So anyway, let me put the basil back. And we're going to go ahead and cut our pineapple. Where's our knife? Get our pineapple. Now, I know some of y'all don't really know how to cut pineapple, so let me go ahead and move y'all down here so you can see how to cut this pineapple. I'm going to put y'all right here so y'all can see. Now, I cut from the bottom. Let me move this QR code so you can see. So what I do is I cut the bottom first. Now, I know some of you have those pineapple cores and all that stuff, but ain't nobody got time for all that. Cut the bottom, and then you cut around the sides. You turn that girl, turn her, and keep turning her until you cut all of the sides off. Now, don't cut too deep in it because you ain't going to have no pineapple. And it's okay if it's a few little, what are these called? It's okay if these little, these little pieces here, because you put that in the juicer anyway, so she's going to get grinded up. Amen. And then you throw this away. Now, some people keep the skin. I don't keep the skin. Some people keep the skin and they boil it. And then they make like a tea out of it because they say it has anti-inflammatory properties. So it takes the inflammation out of your body and stuff like that. Let me rinse my hands. Some of you may have inflammation. Well, we all have inflammation in our bodies. But some of you may have more than others, especially those of you who are eating poultry. When I say poultry, I mean chicken and turkey. Chicken and turkey, niece. Those of you that are eating poultry like that, poultry creates a lot of inflammation in the body. Huh? Inflammation is what's connected to a lot of the cancers, niece. Inflammation is what causes a lot of the joint pains and issues in our body. Now we're going to turn our juicer on. And let me turn y'all upside down so y'all can see how this girl works. See how all of the things are in here? See how they all in here? Yes. And then she's going to come out on this side. I can already smell the red pepper. See her grinding up in here? See her in here? Now, I only put one pineapple ring in here, but I'm going to put more in here because there was only one piece. There was only one piece that I put in there. You want to have 16 ounces of juice. This juicer has 16 ounces on the side right here, so you know when it's at 16 ounces. So you do your 16 ounces of juice. Now we have some little additives. We have some things that we want to add to our juice. We're going to add a little scoop of lion's mane. We're going to add a little scoop of lion's mane. This is for memory. This is for clarity. This is for focus. Some of you are just so unfocused. Huh? Some of you are so unfocused. See, it's a very, very tiny scooper. You put a very, very tiny scoop of lion's mane in here. Only 1 scoop a day, niece. It's a superfood. Lion's mane is a superfood, and yes, it's vegan. Go ahead and Google lion's mane so you can see what the benefits are. We're gonna go ahead and get our fish oil. Wait a minute. We're gonna get our fish oil. We're gonna get our B12, and we're gonna get our magnesium that we take every single day. Because when we are of a particular age, we need that. Yeah, we're gonna need some more pineapple. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna need some more pineapple. So we're gonna cut another piece and put in here. But when we are of a particular age, we need a little help with our joints, knees. We need a little help with our joints. And see, part of the reason why some of you can't squat down, is because your joints won't allow you. Joints are tight and stiff. And see, that stiffness in your joints is that inflammation that I was just talking about a moment ago. Pull back off of that chicken and that poultry, that turkey, That inflammation is created from certain foods. And so you can't squat down and then do things that you need to do because you're too busy eating lemon pepper wings, You are too busy eating those lemon pepper wings and turkey spaghetti, You got to have good knees. And see that fish oil, omega-3 fish oil, all of this stuff is on my Amazon storefront, knees. Go on over there. If you don't know how to get to my Amazon storefront, visit CraigTheWriterStewart.com. Click on the link at the top of the website that says Craig's Corner, and then you'll see my Amazon storefront. These vitamins and things are up under health, something and wellness, health, beauty, and wellness, or something it says. Get you a fish oil pill. Get you a B12. Put your lion's mane in there. Listen, does this call for 2 pills? This is 1. Get a little swig of your juice. Look how pretty that is. Big ass fish oil pills. Move these over here so you know which one you've already taken, because you do not want to overdose on vitamin. And then you grab your magnesium. Magnesium will change your knees. It will have you doing things that you haven't done since you were 18. Get them knees right. Mm. 16 ounces. Mm. This is how you get your day started. That mushroom powder is on Amazon. But they have it on the TikTok shop too. You got to ease into the day, niece. See, some of y'all done started the day with coffee and Diet Coke and all that carbonated shit. Girl, your organs don't know what to do with all that acid and shit. And then you wondering why you got acid reflux. Niece, back up off the soda and the acid. See, you really want to fortify your organs, niece. These organs got to carry you for the rest of your life. You got to preserve them. All right, now let's clean up this kitchen. Get this stuff up out of here. We're not about to leave this juice in here. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This pineapple ain't really that sweet. So I really could have put an apple in here. But it's okay. The point is we're getting the nutrients. That's all that really counts. That's all that really matters, is that we're going to get our nutrients. We're going to go ahead and move this juicer out the way. Go ahead and rinse your juicer out right away so that that stuff doesn't start to get hard in there. All that sludge and leftover pulp from the fruit and vegetables. And that's the other thing. You don't want to just be juicing fruit. The goal is not to be juicing just to have sweet stuff. We're juicing for the purpose of nutrients. You got to be intentional in your juicing. Some of y'all don't even eat vegetables, pardon me. So you definitely need to put some vegetables in your juice. And you're wondering why you don't have a decent bowel movement, because you're not eating no raw fish. You're not getting no vitamins in your system. Whew. Okay. Now I know I haven't been on the live in a while. Niece, I have been busy. Like I said, we're working on a Fag Talk tour. And so I've been working on that. And I got some personal stuff going on with my mom. I've shared that on Patreon. So I'm actually going to have to fly home in the next day or so. I'm not sure which day yet. So that's why I haven't been here. Because I was going to come on last night and do a restaurant review. But niece, I just didn't have the energy to do it. So I took my ass to sleep. Let me grab one of these containers to put our pineapple in. I think I need to go ahead and cut up this other pineapple while I'm here, while I'm standing here, and get that out of the way. May as well, right? Oh, let me rinse this off. All right, we took our vitamins because we're trying to stay fit. And let me just say this too, in the way of health. In the way of health. I've talked about this before. But be as responsible with your health as you can. And I'm saying that because in fact, like today on Fag Talk, I want to post this video that I came across with respect to smoking hookah. Because I know a lot of young folk smoke hookah. And I've tried hookah before. I'm not trying to stand here and act like I've never done it, but that's not my thing. If I squint and think real hard, I can probably tell you exactly how many times I've ever smoked hookah. I could count it up because it hasn't been that many times. But you want to be mindful of what you're putting in your body. For the people that are new, I'm not vegetarian and I'm not vegan. I'm pescatarian. So I still eat fish. And I don't know if I will ever give fish up because I'm from Maryland and I enjoy seafood. So I don't know if I'll ever give up fish. I may, I don't know. But right now, I still eat fish. And it's not about limiting things. It's about doing things in moderation. I'm not saying that everybody has to come off of meat. You have to know your body. But what I am saying is give your body a break from the things. Like there are times that I don't even eat seafood. Like there are days that I may just do like vegan meals. That's a lot of pineapple right there. Let me get that corner. There are days that I'll just do like vegan meals. Just to kind of give my body a break from the fish. And part of the reason that I do these juices, and I'm intentional about the things that I put in my juice, like I was just talking to you guys about the beets, because it's good for your heart, it's good for circulation, but also blood pressure, but also like peppers, like red peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers, everything but the green peppers. Those are good for um, inflammation and all those kind of things in your body too. But even in terms of like um, cilantro, cilantro is really good for removing metal from your body. You know, certain foods have metal, seafoods, things like that. So I try to be mindful of that. So all of this to say, be mindful when you're out here smoking that hookah daily. Smoking that hookah daily. Because when you get that little buzz feeling from the hookah, that's really carbon monoxide. It's carbon monoxide, niece. Um, Here's the thing. And those of you who smoke cigarettes, be mindful. And I'm saying all of this to say, because if you're, and again, even with the way that I eat and do the things that I do, it doesn't mean that I won't face health issues later in life. There's no guarantee for anybody, because it's not just about your diet, it is also about environmental factors, right? Which is why I'm thinking like, well, maybe one day I may leave this country and move somewhere else. I mean, I'm gonna take y'all with me because I'm gonna still be live streaming. But you know, like in other countries, they just don't allow these poisons in the food the way that the FDA does here, the Food and Drug Administration does here. Um, but when you don't take care of your health or when you face health issues, the responsibility falls on those around you, the people who love you, your friends, your children, your siblings, because then they're the ones that you're counting on to go to the hospital with you, to go to your doctor's appointments, to transport you, to drive you, to cook for you, to do your laundry, all those kinds of things. Like when you can no longer take care of yourself because of health issues. So it's like, be mindful. So like, I know some of you are new, but when I first started live streaming, I used to talk about this kind of stuff all the time. And I'm like, be mindful of like what you're putting in your body. And, it's about the quality of life while you're still living and da 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 da. And a lot of people will be like, well, you got to die from something. Yeah, you do have to die from something, but it's about the quality of life while you're here. And it's also selfish when you disregard your health and then visit that responsibility on other people. And then get upset with other people when they don't drop what they have going on in their life to take care of you. So just be mindful. Be mindful of that. So we put our pineapple up in here. We put our pineapple up here in the refrigerator. Yes, I agree. Just really poor in terms of what's allowed. Exactly. Grateful to come home. Oh, you're in the States. I mean, in the UK. Yeah, see, I think I could live in the UK. I've been saying that recently. I've been really saying that recently. I think I could live in the UK. And as far as those of you who make juice, they say that when you juice, if you put it in like a mason jar or whatever and seal it up, it's good for up to 72 hours. I believe in drinking the shit right in the moment, right? The nutrients aren't necessarily there after a while. You can start to see the juice separate when you let it set for 10 minutes. The juice literally starts to separate. Um, so I'm not one of those people, and I know some people do it because they need to juice for the week, kind of like a meal prep. Yes, that's what I was just talking about. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. So some people boil the boil this, and then it's like a detoxifier for the body, and they use it and they make it into a tea. I've never done that, but I've seen people who do it. I've seen people do it. But what was I saying? What was I just saying before I read that comment? I don't remember. Oh, but I know some people juice in advance for the week, kind of like a meal prep, and they put it in jars and put it in the refrigerator. Excuse me. But if you can do it in the moment, like I just did it, do it in the moment because your nutrients are there. They're a lot more robust if you do it right in the moment. And again, when you buy like those juices in the store, as long as it's vacuum sealed, those are good too. But even when you take the cap off of those, it's about 10 minutes. They say it's about 10 minutes. Like you're supposed to drink those right now to get those nutrients. So, I mean, there's a lot of debates about that. So I just like to drink it right in the moment. Okay. So I don't have to worry about whether or not the nutrients are there or not. But I know some people get up early for work or they get up early because they have children or whatever the case is. And so you may not have time to stand there and juice it like I just did. But it doesn't really, I mean, I like to do it in the morning because I like to jumpstart my day. And I like for this fresh pressed juice to be the first thing on my stomach. Even like when I was in London, and those of you that have been following me since, I was living in Paris last year for those couple months, even when I was there, I would get a fresh pressed juice in the morning. Even when we did the Virgin Voyage cruise, where are my people who did the cruise? You remember how on the cruise you could pre-order breakfast the night before? I always ordered a juice. I had a juice every morning. I had the one that was made from beets, and I had the green juice that they had up there. So, just do what you can as often as you can. And again, I'm not saying that you gotta stop cold turkey on meat and things like that, but just be mindful and make it the exception and not the rule. Like, or if you're gonna fry certain foods, like I eat fried fish and things like that, but it's not often. Sometimes when Miss Mary cooks it or fried fish, I'll eat fried fish. And when my Aunt Gloria come down here, I don't fry fish. So those are the times that I will eat it. What is this on my spoon? So anyway, so that's that on juicing. And then the other thing is, I was a little busy yesterday too. I was going to come online, but I had to have some trees cut down in the backyard, niece. Because every time it stormed, them big ass branches and limbs was falling down and it broke up my fence. I had to get one of the boards on the fence replaced and then restained. No, I'm not on a new phone. I'm on a new streaming service. So I had to get some trees cut down. And let me tell you about black folks. Now, those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I always try to support black and brown people first. So I had a card. You know how people come around your neighborhood and they might stick a business card on your mailbox? Well, some guy, as a Hispanic guy, left a card on my mailbox some months ago, and I had it in my drawer. I said, well, listen, I may one day need to have some trees cut. So, and please believe I still take my Goldie gummies. Don't try it. The link for this is on my website too, under Craig's Corner, with your promo code. Let me get my Goldie gummies. And oh wait a minute, I forgot to take this too. Let me get my vitamin C. Yeah, I'll be taking my little potions and elixirs. So the Hispanic guy left a card, and I was like, I called him over. He came over, gave me a quote. Damn it. Hold on. That water was hot. Anyway, the Hispanic guy came over and gave me a quote. And I said, okay. He said, but I can't come until Friday, which is tomorrow. So I was like, okay, no worries. I'm not in a rush. I believe in getting 2 and 3 different quotes, right? To compare. So Damon, you know Damon, who comes around here that does work around the house. He gave me a guy, and this guy is black. So he comes over here. He comes over here on crutches and shit. I'm like, now how you gonna climb up the tree with this motherfucking crutch? He had this big ass boot on his foot. I don't know what happened. Listen. So anyway, he came over. We went in the backyard. I showed him what I wanted to have cut. He was $200 higher than the Hispanic guy. And so I said to him, I said, well, I got a quote that was less than that. He said, well, how much was the quote? So I told him how much the quote was. And he says, oh, well, I can do it for the same amount, and I can do it today. Black folks. When a nigga says I can do it today, that's when your red flag should go up. First of all, it's not like he gave me a better quote. He said he would match the quote and he could start today. And again, I wasn't in no hurry, so I could have let the Hispanic guy come on Friday. So anyway, he said, I just need to run and get my partner and we'll come back. So he comes back with this white guy. So it's a black guy and a white guy. Now let me know if this internet start acting up because we going outside. So they come, they chop off 3 limbs on this tree, 3 limbs on that tree, and they take down the whole tree over here in the backyard because it was dead. Now let me see if y'all can see this. Is the internet still acting all right? Is the internet still acting okay? Is it, niece? Now it was a tree right here. And we cut I had this whole tree cut. Now, I got my little dining room table here. And baby, they had chairs all up underneath the table. They done knocked my my little lights out, all out of the place back here. Now, here's the thing. I did have them save the firewood, though. From a lot of those trees, I had them save it. So that when we sit out here and do our fireside chat, FDR, when we sit out here and do our fireside chat, I can have firewood instead of buying firewood, right? So I had them save as much of it as they could. But when I tell you, it's like, I had to text him pictures. I said, why did y'all leave my table like this? Chairs and shit all underneath the table, cushions from the chairs all on the ground and shit. I said, my backyard didn't look like this when y'all came over here. And he had all these excuses. Well, there was a bee's nest. And so he was like, well, there was a bee's nest in the tree. And, we had to, okay, but you didn't have to leave my shit all turned upside down like that. Like what? And see, this is what happens when you try to support your people. You try to support your people. But anyway, he did a great job, and he was so gung ho because see, my friend Angela needs some limbs cut on a tree as well. And so he was so busy trying to get that next business. He was like, "Oh, well, can you tell me your friend's name? Give me her number." I said, "I'm gonna give you her information once you get my job right. Once you get my job right, then I will give you." I said, "I'm not passing you off to anybody else till my shit is right." Meanwhile, he had that white man all up the tree doing all of the work. I said, "You ain't." And mind you, he had one of my dining room chairs sitting in the grass. He was because remember I said he had the boot on his leg. I said, "Sir, you're not even doing the work. You got old boy doing all of the work, all up on the tree." And I was like, "Look at this reverse slavery." He had that white man up on that tree working, baby. Working. I said, "Look at this reverse slavery out here." But at any rate, niece, listen, I gotta go because we're supposed to be doing Fag Talk at 12. And I showered last night before I got into bed. Because when you go through the day, you need to rinse the day off of you before you get into bed. So I had to rinse the day off of me last night, especially if you're getting into bed with somebody because you want to clean all of that off. Because somebody might want a little taste. or a little feel or a little touch. So you need to clean yourself up. And it's just unsanitary to get in the bed and you ain't clean, you get in your clean sheets and you didn't carry the day with you all in the grocery store. You done been to the gym. Now that's just nasty. You done been to the gym. You done sat all over at people's house. You been in at the break room, at work. You done went to Walmart. You done went and got a prescription from the CVS. COVID back happening again. You need to shower. So I'm gonna go ahead and shower again now. Situate my situation. I'm gonna go ahead and situate my situation. And then I'm gonna go on over to Madison's house. Now, if I had already situated my situation, what we would do is I would just take you and we would get right in the car and we would go straight to Madison's. But I'm gonna have to end it right here because see, I can't have y'all in the shower with me. All right. Listen, you guys have an amazing day. I don't know if anybody sent the Cash App or downloaded the app, but thank you in advance. I